Hey, I'm A, and you're watching Is It Worth Buying? A series where I buy games and tell if they're worth buying or not. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Spongebob Squarepants, the Cosmic Shake. Spongebob Squarepants The Cosmic Shake is a 3D platformer collectathon, a spiritual successor to Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. I will start saying that this is one of those games you cannot go into with extremely high expectations, because it's not a perfect game, and if you go expecting that, you will be disappointed. However, if you go in expecting a lighthearted and okay experience, especially if you're a Spongebob fan, you'll most likely enjoy this game. You'll feel like you're playing the show, which I'm sure it's what they try to emulate. From the humor to the characterization, it's all on point. Actually, I think that the characterization is one of the best we've had with SpongeBob in a while. The gameplay is extremely straightforward. You play as SpongeBob and you go through 7 worlds, following the storyline and collecting a bunch of stuff. The platforming is simple, but honestly that's what makes it good. In each world, you unlock different abilities for SpongeBob that make the platforming feel more fun and engaging, even if they do feel very situational. This game also has combat, which really wasn't necessary. It feels a bit like padding for the sake of padding, even more at the start of the game. But as soon as you go unlocking more abilities, it can become a little fun, but still it's one of the worst parts of the game. For example, SpongeBob from the beginning of the game receives a roll move that can be used to dodge enemy attacks. I've only used this move 1 or 2 times. The button could have been used for something else. The enemies aren't even that complex to need such a thing. The bosses are also pretty meh. Some of them won't even feel like bosses. I only struggle with one of them, which is the one at the prehistoric kelp forest, but other than that they're all extremely chill. The game's visuals are very vibrant. I don't exaggerate when I say that it feels like you're playing an episode of the show. They capture the same childlike wonder that Battle for Bikini Bottom has. Speaking of childlike wonder, I do have to hammer down that this game is for kids. It was meant for a kid to pick up and play for some time, so it's very forgiving and simple. For example, when at low health, Patrick will drop health for you to collect. Other than returning to your nearest checkpoint, there is no penalty for dying. So don't go expecting a difficult time, you're not going to get it. The music is alright, nothing special. It's very SpongeBob though. The songs do get a bit repetitive after a while. I wouldn't listen to it on its own, but if it's your thing, listen to your heart's content. I will tell you that after a few hours of gameplay, mute the voices. Seriously. SpongeBob and Patrick will make sure you hear the same voice lines over and over again, and they will make sure that you have them engraved in your mind. Last thing I like to add is that the game runs great on low-end and mid-end computers, since the graphics are highly customizable. Well, now if you ask me, is it worth buying? Yes, but wait for the sale.